Today's paper.
This is Terry Cringle, and today's paper is the Mona's Herald of Tuesday, August the 17th, 1954, price 2p, 2p. And this one really has been chosen at random. Usually I do it for myself, but a Douglas lady who wishes not to be named found this particular paper when she was clearing out the house and sent it to me for the programme. That's as random as it can get. So on now to the front page of the Mona's Herald of August the 17th, 1954. There's a big headline that is, to say the least, alarmist-looking. Douglas ratepayers owe £3 million. This means a debt of nearly £140 per head of the town's population. But fear not, the story is based on the annual report of the Borough Treasurer, Mr Leonard Costain, which also shows that the town's assets are more than £4 million, so that it's comfortably in the black. The front page also has a story about a collision between a Douglas horse tram and a motor coach at the bottom of Broadway. It says the tram passengers all escaped injury. No news on the fate of the horse. I have to open today's paper carefully. It's old and brown and frayed round the edges, and the newsprint is fragile. But I get to page 3, and the summer season attractions on in Douglas and the rest of the island. There's a circus on the Lord Street car park, and the open-air theatre on Douglas Head is still operating, every weekday at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m, with Harry Orchid and his Swanee Minstrels. Admission, 6p, 6 old pence, and deck chairs also 6p. In 1954, the island still had a territorial army unit, still called the Manx Regiment, which had had such a distinguished record in the Second World War. They were ack-ack gunners, and also top motorcyclists. In page 5 of today's paper, it's reported that the unit's A-team had won, for the 6th successive year, the TA Trials Riding Championships in North Wales. The team consisted of Battery Sergeant Major Creer, Craftsman David Christian, and Gunner Colin Broughton, who also won the individual championship award. There are some public notices issued by boards of Tynwald. The Board of Agriculture is banning the importation of rabbits into the island. This was intended to prevent the spread of myxomatosis from the UK. There's also an announcement of the dates and places for the swearing-in of marshals, flagmen, constables and shepherds for the Manx Grand Prix races due to take place in September. Shepherds? Presumably they had to make sure sheep didn't stray onto the mountain road section of the TT course. A major feature in the paper is headlined Events and Personalities, filled with paragraphs about people and their doings. One says, Mr Brian Neal, second son of Mr and Mrs W.T. Neal of 4 Woodside Terrace, Douglas, is holding an exhibition of oil paintings at the Red Fern Galleries in London. Greater fame and success was to come for Brian Neal, and for his brother Nigel, who made his name on television with Quatermass. Also, we read, Tom Sheard, the only Manxman to win a TT race, the junior in 1922 and the senior in 1923, died in Nobles Hospital on Tuesday. Now you'd think Tom was worth much more than a paragraph for his obituary. Finally, back to the summer season shows. We find the bill for that week's show at the Old Derby Castle Variety Theatre, and there we see a name which is still very familiar today, more than 50 years on. Ken Dodd. But he's not even topping the bill in today's paper, which has been the Mona's Herald of Tuesday, August the 17th, 1954.
Today's paper.